Yeah. Sana yazarım daha. Fuck. This is funny. That's funny. That bitch. Oh yeah. Yeah.
James Gilland. He'll be on a future. He'll be on some future Connie Wilson podcast as well. But here he is on Toast. I don't know, this is the second or third time with you here with me. And I just enjoy talking with him. I've been to James's Assetti Ranch, if I know him, with Assetti Ranch. Most likely you do.
Yeah.
And where you watch Mount Adams. Right, I always think of Shasta and the other one at Mount Adams, where you've heard where the ships come in and out. And you hear the land and the property where there's lots of orbs and lights and different things and a blonde juvenile Bigfoot and all that kind of stuff. And if you've missed any of the other conversations along the way, he's now got an Assetti Ranch on Hawaiian Island. Hello. I love that for him. Good for him. He says he's got a cottage named Connie's Cottage out there. He's going to kill me when he comes on here. Right now, the mic is down, so I can say whatever I want. Anyway, James Gilliland, he's a best-selling author. He's internationally known as speaking, a minister, counselor, multiple near-death experiencer, contactee. He's been talking about this over 40 years. He is very calm, relaxed. You want to ask him something, he'll just chill and give it to you. So I think Hawaii is wonderful for him. And, it's really nice to always
My panties there, see what?
Now, he is big into what's happening in the world as of right now. And just recently, he's had a whole bunch of UFOs just exploding over the Hawaiian Assetti Ranch. Some really neat things. You go to our website, you're going to see some pictures that he sent us over at picoftheday.com. But you can also check him out, obviously, at esetti.org to see just about everything you can imagine. He's been around for a while. Beautiful site, all sorts of things. James Gilliland, welcome back to Coast AM. How is it? Oh, wait a minute. Aloha, right? Aloha.
Seattle. Is it called the Seattle Isthmus?
Did we lose him? He's like, hey, I got to take a dip in the ocean first. That's what he did the other night before the show when he came on Blue Rock. It wasn't that he just got out of the shower. He's like, I'm sorry, I just got out of the ocean. He was fixing his hair. But we probably lost him here. We're going to connect him back here as soon as we do that. We'll come back. Let me tell you, speaking of that, so when he was on Blue Rock last week, and by the way, if you join the show, you do get to see the archives as well. But so when he's on, like last Thursday, we're showing the video. We've been on for like an hour and 30 minutes, and then we start showing his video that he sent that was like 12 minutes, something like that. And it's all this incredible video of UFOs up in the sky. It just, amazing. And then at one point, stuff blew in my house. The lights blew, the breaker went off, and some things went out. They're all hooked up to the same outlet. Some things went out, and some things did not. And one of the things besides, because the lights went back on, but I went off audio-wise. And he kept doing the show for me, because I kind of did a little sign language. I was on video. Then the video went out, and he kept doing the show for me, but nothing else went out. And then, of course, James is like, yeah, that happens all the time. And those things do. I've had it happen here on Coast to Coast as well, but that was really freaky. And then everything after that show, after James left, everything was fine, and it went back to normal. James, welcome back to Coast again. Aloha.
Aloha, good to be back.
Did you take a dip? Did you just go take a dip in water again?
No, I don't know what happened. Just like you're saying, all of a sudden my mic didn't work. And I go, wow, I don't know what, things work perfect like all day long, and then all of a sudden as soon as you start to reach a large audience or something, everything goes off. And it's common here. We just deal with it. I did a radio show in LA, and they had actually 6 lines come in, and he goes, congratulations, you took down all 6 of our lines. So somebody doesn't like this information getting out. But
oh my! Well, the other night on my show, when that happened, it was weird that they're all connected in the same area, and certain components went out, and then they all went back on, but I didn't audibly at first, and then I wasn't even video wise, and you carried on the show, so thank you very much for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome. One time on so that was quite a while ago with our Dell. My webmaster said he never seen anything like it. They took down the Q1 line and just shut them down. So it's there's a mass effort to keep this information away.
Yeah, and I know it happens all the time. I know I've seen it before, and it's just amazing because it's something different when it should have been everything that went out. It not why was it a piece here and a piece there? Why did that not make sense? Why was it broken totally? I talked to one of our top engineers with iHeart, and he said, I can't explain that one at all, Connie. So there you go. Anyway, so a lot of that
Took it over.
you know what? I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you something. I saw something. I'll keep it brief, but I got something on video once, and I could not wait to see what it was. It was a brand new video system that I got of cameras, and it was so new that I was still talking to the guy in a whole other state that had sent, it was their company, and I could not, or I wanted to know how to pull it down so I could get the video. And I mean, the first time I put that thing up, I got what I wanted. And so I contacted him, and I was like, please, tell me how to do this. I was trying to be really cool because I knew what I needed to get. I wanted to get it quickly before anything happened to it. And as the guy, we're on phone, and he's teaching me how to pull the video down that you capture on this certain system. Darn it, it was almost like a lightning bolt came out of the sky and came down to where I was living and went zap. And it was in the middle of the day. My TV went out, and everything else went off and on. And that video that I was trying to get went away. So much at what he saw, he said, I don't know what you're playing with me right now, but that's it. He hung up on me. Because he literally.
So a while back, I was at the International UFO Congress, and during my lecture, I told them, I said, 11 o'clock, go out on the river and look, it's going to fly. And so, anyway, a lot of people listened, and they went out there with their cameras, and sure enough, 11 o'clock, a massive triangle ship came over, and then it's interesting, like a beam went between the two. I don't know what that was about, but this one guy got it on film, and he was showed it to everybody. Everybody's all excited, so he goes to play it, and it's gone.
Oh.
Totally raised off the camera.
Yeah, I know you had said before that you had mentioned that you were telling people this is where you want to look, this is where you want to see this, because you will see it, and then I think nobody actually tasted it.
Yeah.
And they missed it.
Actually, that happened with Ancient Aliens. We told exactly when and where the ships would appear. And John Morocco, who's a remote viewer, and Peter Slattery, he's got Eddie Australia, a giant sanctuary. And, we all came up with the exact thing. They went and asked us, well, when do you think the ships will appear? And it was funny, independently, we all said the exact same thing. And they missed it. They didn't, I don't think it was ever their intention to really come.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I absolutely believe that you can, it's like when they freeze you and you can't do anything. If you're out in the middle of somewhere, and, when I do any creepy hotspot with my show, and people say, well, why didn't, if you saw these beams of light, and you saw this, and you saw the Bigfoot and all this, why didn't you get a picture of it? Or why didn't you video it? People don't understand. I was even talking to Lester about it, too. People don't understand. First of all, I have now learned it doesn't matter, and you're not going to just pull it up and start doing it. And by the time you do it, it's gone. Yeah, for the most part, not always, but for the most part. But I say, look at it, take it in yourself, and enjoy it. Because, take the memory in your own mind. But most of the time too, they praise you and stuff you from not doing it. Even
Well,
Alexis said, honey, I'm a filmmaker. Why didn't I grab my camera when I saw this? It's because you're also stopped.
Yeah, yeah, I know there's two things that when the ships come in and power up, two things. There's two things people say, and it's, WTF or oh my God. And I usually just, we've been there for like 40 years, sometimes 200 people in the field at a time, watching these ships. And so there's so many eyewitnesses and, triple PhD Boeing engineers and Lockheed Skunk Works, Air Force Base commanders, and pilots, and even air traffic controls. All these people have been there, and they all testified. And even on Coast on our bill, they came on and testified that these ships are real, that they don't know who they are, that they said they're not ours. And these are people in the know of our back engineering programs and what we have. And when they saw these ships morphing from 1 to 4 and doing phenomenal things and getting massive and then freaking out, making right angle turns, the Boeing engineer said that. He said that would rip the rivets off of anything we have. The turns they're doing and the other things. He said there's no way a pilot could handle the G-forces. That would be it's kind of funny.
No human could handle a left or right like what you see up there. We are talking with James Gilliland. We're going to come back and get more information from him, but nobody can handle that. Holy cow. And he's right. All this information, all this evidence out there, hey, you guys know because that's why you're here at Coast to Coast. But all that info, people are still, what? Go look, it's out there. Whether it's a SETI or just go out there. It's Willis here on Coast to Coast AM.
to go coffee comes in a bag. Yo. Well, this Mons, we known as Mount Rothschild. Yeah. I want to be the first motherfucker to click one of those Mons.
LA police have arrested 3 people allegedly involved in an officer-involved shooting in Arleta. No one was shot, but 1 cop fell and was hurt. Police were conducting a stolen car investigation around 3 yesterday morning when they say they saw 3 people on a sidewalk come towards them, and one of them allegedly pointed a gun. Cops shot at the man holding that gun, and 3 people ran off. The SWAT team was called in to help with the search for the 3, and they were all eventually found and arrested. The oldest Asian elephant at the LA Zoo has died. The animal care and veterinary staff at the zoo made the decision to euthanize
So you have 72 hours to climb 21,000
visitors over the year. She was 61 years old. SoCal weather from KFI, mostly sunny, mid-50s, low 60s at the beaches, upper 50s to mid-60s in metro LA and OC, upper 50s to in the valleys, mid-40s to low 50s in the Antelope Valley, and mid-50s to low 60s in the Inland Empire. There is a advisory to 9 in the Inland Valleys and Orange County coast, and it lasts until tomorrow afternoon. We lead local in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Brian Burrow.
Checking KFI, quickly due to work zone in the Ontario area, 10 eastbound between Vineyard and Archibald, all lanes closed for Caltrans work. Traffic is backed up to Euclid. Also off the westbound side of the 10 between Archibald and Vineyard, we have a full closure there as well. Checking your ride to the Tustin area, road work on the 5 north from Newport to the 55. KFF roadway reduced to 3 lanes. Traffic is backed up to Tustin Ranch. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Jonathan White.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, IR Media gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising. Get started today. From yourself, dial pound 250 and say keyword great.
Of Rooter Hero Plumbing. You're hosting a party, the water's on the floor, and your guest has to tell you that the toilet is backed up. And worst of all, you have to tell your guest that they can't use the bathroom. I shudder when I tell this story because it happened to me. Can you imagine? I only it could happen to anyone. And the solution is to call 866-DRAIN-77. That's what what I did, and our plumber was here within the hour. Not because I'm the owner, but that's just what we do. I'm so confident that you'll be satisfied with our services that I put my cell phone number on every business card. 866-DRAIN-77. That's 866-DRAIN-77.
Attention,
Internet security.
is back. The host of some of America's most dramatic TV moments returns with the most dramatic podcast ever with Chris Harrison. During 2 decades of reality TV, Chris saw it all, and now he's telling all.
It's going to be difficult at times. It'll be funny. We'll push the envelope. But I promise you this, we have a lot to talk about.
Listen to the most dramatic podcast ever with Chris Harrison on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Attention, Southern California. New year, another massive rate increase. Declare your energy independence from the utility company. If you've ever thought about going solar, you must go solar right now. You can go solar with Semper Solaris, your local and veteran-owned solar contractor. They'll get the job done with discreet, no payments all year. Keep your money in your pocket and go solar American style with Semper Solaris. Worried about blackouts? Tesla Powerwall and Enphase batteries are in stock. Call 877-211-5591. Not sure about your roof? Semper's an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor. Upgrade to Owens Corning 50-year warranty for free. Grab the 30% solar federal tax credit. $500 downloadable coupon, $500 off for military and first responders. Plus, 0 down, 0% interest, and 0 payments until 2024. For all offers, call 877-211-5591 or visit sempersolaris.com. Approved credit expires 1/31/2023. CSLB number 978-152. KFI AM 640.
Yes, you have that.
It's Eddie Grant along with Connie and Coast to Coast AM. If you're not moving a little bit, then you're just asleep. That's all. And hopefully you're a Coast Insider. Because you'll get to hear that
No
tomorrow
internet
or the
security.
next day or the next day or the next day. Or in 5 years from now. And then maybe then you'll do a little movement. And at that point, you can email me and say, yep, you're right, Connie. It was 3 years to the day. And I was moving a little bit. I was sleeping the first time. Coast Insider, become a Coast Insider if you are not. That means that you can, for 15 cents a day, you're listening to the shows that you fell asleep with, that as you were like snoozing off. I know it happens. Hey, it's our time. It's not the content is boring. We know that. It is the fact that it's late at night. You've had a rough day. You got to get up early, all that kind of thing. I get it. We get it. That's why we created this a long, long time ago. Probably the first podcast ever.
Is it a
I
bad
look at it that way because it kind of really is. You get all the past shows 24/7 back to I think like 7 years, and very high quality, no commercials, direct contact with Mr. George Norrie. Yep, there you go, the emperor of nighttime radio. And there's a lot of other things that happen within there too. So check it out if you haven't. Become a Coast Insider. Learn more at our website, coasttocoastam.com.
Your eggs in that basket. Get diversified in your assets, and you can do that at bullionmax.com/coast. At bullionmax.com/coast, you can buy physical gold and silver bars and coins, and they'll ship them directly to your home, fully insured. There you can store them in your safe for
from director Ken Burns.
You can't expect people like that to happen all the time.
The monumental saga of an exceptional American family.
Our history.
Theodore, the once sickly boy who Franklin, struck down by illness, he would pull himself back up while lifting the country out of depression and war.
The only thing we have to do
You just had to sense this guy can do it.
Eleanor, she would go where her husband could not, redefining the role of First Lady and inspiring millions.
Eleanor was always a sort of miracle of the human spirit. There are so many times in her life when you would think she would have given up.
And for the first time, peer into the private lives of the most public of people.
I can't even imagine what it must have been like for Eleanor to absorb the terrible betrayal.
Theodore, Eleanor, Franklin, the Roosevelts, an intimate history. Next on PBS.
One drowsy summer afternoon in 1908, in the fifth floor offices of the law firm partners one day. But one had far bigger dreams. He didn't plan to practice law for long, he said. He intended to go into politics and eventually become president of the United States. The speaker was just 25 years old. He had been an undistinguished student. His name, after all, was Franklin Roosevelt. His fifth cousin, Theodore Roosevelt, was already president, the youngest and perhaps the most popular president in American history. His rise to that office had once appeared just as unlikely as their fellow clerk's chances now seem.
However, I don't know if he's going to go incognito or not. That's up to him. I would, but that's up to him.
I am honored to present the second dedication, and there will be others.
Interesting.
Pretty
Pretty easy.
something I did before that I call the taking talks, where
I think that we can perhaps meditate a little on those Americans 10,000 years from now. We can wonder whether ours descendants, because I think they'll still be here,
a lot of people finding his
what they will think about us.
interesting,
Let
going
us
a whole
hope
lot
that at
deeper
least they
than
will give us
most
the
by doing
benefit
with the elite and
of
doing
the
the different things that he did.
They will believe that we have honesty,
That when I do the
Our
taking
day and
talks, I'm
generation
even going to be inviting the
reserved
children
for our
in as well, so that they can compare
a
notes.
peaceful land to live in.
They say a lot
And
of
they
similar
seek
things. It'll be
form of
interesting to
government
see
to operate
what
under.
they agree upon and what they disagree upon. And I'll be doing that with some other people, the Kinsella twins, Paul Sinclair. Got to talk with Brett Oldham and
Yana,
people like that. So
remember when you said a thing?
Between them, Theodore and Franklin Roosevelt would occupy the White House for 19 of the first 45 years of the 20th century. Years during which much of the modern world and the modern state was created.
Jefferson's view of government was that government can only do that which is explicitly enumerated in the Constitution of the United States. Theodore Roosevelt, coming one century later, precisely one century later, says, no, government can do anything that is not specifically prohibited in the Constitution. And he believed that the government of the United States had to be much more central, energetic, and assertive as a nation.
I think both presidents regarded the Constitution as a nuisance. That is something that was all right in the late 18th century, but just didn't fit their country and more important now. They had bigger dreams, so they thought that the Constitution was
They belonged to different parties.
Remember when it was like
They
this?
overcame different
Oh,
odds.
dude, that was,
They
oh,
had
man,
different
I remember.
temperaments and styles
Really?
of leadership.
Oh, yeah, man.
Champions of the working man, and earned the undying enmity of many of those among whom they'd grown to manhood. They shared a sense of stewardship of the American land, an unfeigned love for people and politics, and a firm belief that the United States had an both were hugely ambitious, impatient with the drab notion that the mere making of money should be enough to satisfy any man or nation. And each took unabashed delight in the great power of his office to do good. Each displayed unbounded optimism and self-confidence. Each refused to surrender to physical limitations that might have destroyed them. And each had an uncanny ability to rally men and women to his cause.
And you can't expect people like that to happen all the time. The exceptional presidents aren't the exception. The exceptional
The two Roosevelts belonged to two branches of an old New York family, whose members sometimes viewed one another with suspicion. The living link between them was Theodore Roosevelt's best-loved niece and Franklin's wife, Eleanor. She had learned to face fear and master it long before her husband declared that the only thing Americans had to fear was fear itself. Her own character and energy and devotion to principle would make her the most consequential First Lady and one of the most consequential women in American history.
It's Shakespeare. Having single family in which human flaws and virtues are on such vivid display, and the constant struggle between those vices and those virtues to try to do good and fulfill one's due.
I think all of the Roosevelts were wounded. They had things had happened to them that they had to overcome. And somehow all of them learned from that.
They look different, they act different, they respond differently, they are not,
And what's so extraordinary is to realize that they're connected by this web of ties.
so frustrating.
The fact that Franklin Roosevelt idolizes Theodore Roosevelt when he's a young man and tries to follow his path to Assistant Secretary of the Navy under the government Roosevelt finally is able to put into place the very goals that Theodore Roosevelt had expressed in the Wilkes platform in 1912 that he was never able to. It's an extraordinary story. The drama of it is unmatched probably in our history.
This is the story of the Roosevelts. No other American family has ever touched so many lives.
That's arguable.
And the problem is people go, well, that's military, or that's something. And I've shown it to people, like I said,
Who else?
before,
Adams.
military Air Force, even Air Force Base Commander.
About 1644, our common, very common ancestor Claes von Roosevelt came to Amsterdam from Holland as a settler.
They do have,
The euphemistic name for an immigrant who came over in the steerage of a sailing ship in the 17th century instead of the steerage of a steamer in the 19th century. From that time, for the next 7 generations from father to son, every one of us was born on Manhattan Island. Theodore Roosevelt.
We've actually made contact, who's on the ship.
Americans don't like to think of themselves as divided by class, but the Roosevelts are patricians. They were born and raised to believe that they really were better than other people. They grew all in perfect comfort and happy. And instead,
Why
they
is
decided to
that
get
when
in
you can
public
look
life and see
up?
what
I
they
guess
could do
because
about
people
making
can look up
the
and they
lives of
still
other
deny it.
Americans better.
But other than that, I
The
mean,
Roosevelts
you can look
eventually
up, you can
became one of New
literally
York's
just
most
look
prominent
up. People
families.
start looking up and you will
Their
see
substantial
people.
fortune
So
built
how
on
can they
Manhattan
just
real
hide that
estate and
narrative
banking, West
when
Indian
that's
sugar,
because
and
enough people
imported
are just going,
window
oh,
glass.
okay, whatever you say.
They were known for their dignity and decorum. People like the Roosevelts, one old New Yorker remembered, were the only nobility we had. Men could not stand straight in their presence. All the Roosevelts worked and lived in the city, but 2 branches of the family would become known for the places where they had their summer homes. North of Manhattan at Hyde Park on the Hudson River, and to the east on the north shore of Long Island at Oyster Bay. On October 27, 1858, Theodore Roosevelt was born at his family's Manhattan townhouse on 20th Street, the second of what would be 4 children. His grandmother pronounced him as sweet and pretty a young baby as I have ever seen. But within 3 years, his parents were fearing for his life. He suffered frequent colds, fevers, headaches, cramps, and he often gasped for breath.
This little boy was ill virtually from the time he was aware of existence, and he was very ill with asthma. It's as close to feeling that you're being strangled as possible. And with an acute asthmatic, it is you are being strangled to death. And with a child, of course, it is utterly terrible. He heard his parents say, when they didn't think he could hear, that he wasn't expected to live very long. He also was a spare, spindly little fellow and full of fear. He was afraid to go out of the house without his younger brother, Elliot, accompanying him. And he's constantly trying to cope with fear, cope with his inner terror.
I was a sickly, delicate boy, suffered much from asthma, and frequently had to be taken away on trips to find a place where I could breathe. One of my memories is of my father walking up and down the room with me in his arms at night when I was a very small person.
His father would always be his hero.
My father combined strength and courage with gentleness, tenderness, and great unselfishness. No one whom I have ever met approached his combination of enjoyment of life and performance of duty.
Theodore Roosevelt Sr.'s inherited fortune permitted him to indulge his whims, ensuring he had a yellow Saffronia rose for his buttonhole each morning.
That was amazing.
Driving one of New York's fastest four-in-hands through Central Park,
Nobody can tell.
leading family excursions to Europe and the Middle East. But he also had what he
I
called
bet you
a
look at basketball
troublesome
courts and they
conscience
go,
that used his income to become something new in New York. A serious philanthropist
I want like
who
laser.
gave half his time each week to one or another of a
Yeah,
dozen
I think that's
charitable organizations,
intelligent like that.
including the Children's Aid Society and the Newsboys Lodging House, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and the brand new American Museum of Natural History.
I don't even play a little down here.
His
Oh, what if
children
it's on
called him Great
an
Uncle,
aircraft carrier?
without a hint of irony.
Then I guess you could use a
My
gyroscope.
mother, Martha Bullock, Theodore recalled, was a sweet, gracious, beautiful Southern woman, entirely unreconstructed to the day of her death. Her family called her Mitty.
She was reputedly the most beautiful woman in New York before her death, but because she was beautiful and southern, she wasn't very bright. Biddy was very bright and very funny and very charming, well-read,
They got smarter and
mercurial
more
in
intelligent as
personality.
we went along,
Her
and they
son
needed to
Theodore
stop it.
was much more like her than he was
Are you talking
his
about
father.
Dude, the cliffs
One
of
young
Olympus
woman
Mons
to be like.
seem crazy.
His mother had grown up
Wish I
on
could
a
never
Georgia
see these
plantation surrounded by slaves,
You'd be like, well,
with
they're
family
like,
tales of duels and chivalry and daring do.
It was from the heroes of my favorite stories, from hearing of the feats performed by Southern forefathers and from kinsfolk, and from knowing my father, that I felt great admiration for men who were fearless. And I had a great desire to be like them.
there's like
Mitty Roosevelt was so devoted to her Southern family that when the Civil War began, she begged her 29-year-old husband not to join the Union Army because she could not bear to have him take up arms against her homeland, and he reluctantly gave in.
Father decided to pay for a substitute in the Civil War, which was a very common thing to have done.
it's the
After rich people could buy their way out. Father bought his way out, and father regretted it all his life.
Yeah, well,
was the wrong thing to have done.
there's a fail-safe mechanism.
Theodore felt it was the only time, only action his father ever took that was not heroic.
What the fuck am I looking at? France be looking at.
Instead of serving in uniform, Theodore Sr. helped persuade President Abraham Lincoln to establish the allotment commission, and then spent the better part of 2 years moving from army camp to army camp, talking soldiers into sending at least a portion of their pay home to their families. While he was gone, his wife, sister-in-law, and mother-in-law in Manhattan secretly made up bundles of scarce goods to be smuggled through Union lines to their Confederate kin. Her brothers, Irvine and James Bullock, helped build or sail warships that sank more than 60 Union vessels, and helped foster in their young nephew a lifelong fascination with the Navy.
Or did that go down?
On April 25th, 1865, 16 days after the end of the Civil War, as Abraham Lincoln's funeral procession quite resolved, how could his father, the father he would always remember as the best man I ever knew, have failed to fight for the Union?
What the fuck
It was
is
a
this?
failure his son would feel compelled to compensate for
They won
again
37.
and again.
Jalen Hurts. Where did he go?
My triumphs consisted in such things as bringing home and raising, at the age of milk and his switch, a family of very young gray squirrels, fruitlessly endeavoring to tame excessive
He sucks.
woodchuck,
He didn't go anywhere big.
and in making so, contributed to a family in an empty flower pot.
Theodore loved reading books of history and science and adventure, and he ran what he grandly called the Roosevelt Museum of Natural History, a constantly expanding collection of curiosities and living things.
I know.
He kept live mice in his shirt drawer and dead ones in the icebox, tied turtles to the laundry tubs, and took lessons in taxidermy.
Shout out to anybody named Eileen who
Made
gave on this.
reluctant to enter his bedroom. Unable to win through size and strength his rightful place in his loving but fiercely competitive family, he learned the power of words,
I even said
charm, and
Philadelphia looks like
call
no one's ever touched
himself. He talked incessantly,
Is he that good?
his thoughts sometimes tumbling so far ahead of his
How much
words
money did
that some thought he suffered from an impediment. There was nothing wrong with Theodore's mind, his father told him, but sickness, his father said, was
Well, that
always
sucks.
a shame.
Why? It's like all their friends are gonna be like, oh, dude, you make every
To
one of their
overcome
friends
his
is like,
asthma, he told
dude,
his father,
you make $1,331,000. They're like, I bet Jalen Hurts'
Theodore
friends
did
like
his
my
best
friends
to
know.
comply.
I,
Set up on the
at that
third
point,
floor of
my
the house
friends
of the
do.
family.
They'd be like, oh, what about your workout bonus?
He
Don't
took
forget the workout
boxing
bonus.
lessons from an
I
ex-prize
know about my
fighter,
workout bonus.
so
And
that
they'd be
his
like, oh,
younger brother
what's
could
17,100, 2,000,
when he was 14,
1,970,
his father presented him with a gun,
1,970.
and when he couldn't manage to hit anything with it,
Dead
he
cat
bought him
out
spectacles. It opened up the world still further in science.
Good
When the
2.8
Roosevelts
kids
went
that
to
got
Africa
passed on
in
that.
1870,
They're like, yeah, that doesn't count.
spent
They're like, no,
several
it
months
does.
sailing on the Nile, while
They're like,
work
yeah,
was
no.
finished to fully conquer asthma, but his struggle against it reinforced his belief that life itself was an ongoing battle.
Baby
The
shark
summer of
be a thing.
1874
Why?
proved to be the forerunner of the happiest summers of our lives, as my father decided to join the colony which had been started by his family at Oyster Bay, and we rented a country place which, much to the amusement of our friends, was named Tranquility.
In the summer of 1874, the United States was in the second year of the Depression. Factories were shuttered. Banks had failed. Hundreds of thousands of workers had lost their jobs. Those who continued to work saw their wages cut by a quarter.
Notice Google doesn't just scream at me. as opposed to your shit
But
app
none of
where I
it
go like
affected
this.
Theodore Roosevelt Sr.
Like
His
Instagram.
fortune shielded his 4 children from
You assholes.
but she was
Watch,
old
it would
beyond
normally, but it's got the
She
contacts.
suffered from a deformation of the spine. Was an advisor rather than a playmate to her younger
This is
siblings.
just
Handsome, athletic, and charming. Thought by many the most likely to succeed. At 12, Corinne was the baby of the family. Witty,
people will be like, dude,
sensitive,
you're anti-Cino. I'm
and
like, dude, I think I should
worshipful
choose
of
a
her
house.
older
But
brothers.
yes, I'm very pro Chinese.
The
I have a
focus
Chinese
of
car.
everyone's attention
I'm like,
was 15-year-old.
I'd be like, do you motherfucker, do you have a fucking American cousin? They're like, no. I'd be like, yeah, so fuck you. You know what you're gonna say? Yeah, but you have an anti-China policy. Really? Yeah, it has money to drop it. But so well, anti-China, I'm like, yeah, it isn't. But it's basically it's up there with fucking. It's that anti-China policy is bigger than fucking. Like bigger than Joseph. It's up there with the answer, dog.
It's not acre, it's just energy, coil, weight, liquids.
What's bigger?
Get action. Do things.
Oh, dog.
Be sane. Don't
Is that thing?
your time. Create.
Oh yeah, it's in my leg.
And be somebody. Get action.
In Ontario, both sides of the 10 freeway between Vineyard and Archibald.
If you ask me to define in one word the Harvard I knew, I should say it was patrician. Strange as that word may sound to American ears. Samuel Scott.
In the fall of 1876, Theodore Roosevelt descended on Harvard. His sister Bammy had picked out and furnished his Cambridge rooms, where he kept live salamanders and continued to stuff birds just as he had at home. A manservant blacked his boots and kept from classmates he called the gentleman's sort, deplored the dry kind of science being taught, and spoke up so often in one class that the professor snapped, "See here, Roosevelt, let me talk." When it was not considered good form to move at more than a walk, a classmate remembered, Roosevelt was always running.
The New York Times, October 13, 1867. Mr. Theodore Roosevelt, Sr. is a gentleman of the very highest character, bringing to the duties of collector of the Port of New York executive abilities of no common order.
That family was not inclined to public
Dude,
life, nor were
this thing itches like a motherfucker.
age yielded world and bloods of New York inclined to public life. In fact, they
Yo, dog.
had something
How many videos do I ever have on YouTube? Like 10? They should be like, I kind of like 6, and then I stop. Why? He's like, oh, dog, yeah. Like, oh. He's like, yeah, you're on there. You're on there.
Republicans
He's like, yeah, you're on there. What's up?
status of freedmen in
Really?
the South.
Oh, yeah, no.
Just more lucrative
So if I put in hashtag ViralRabbi,
Democrats,
how many think you're going to get? I don't know. 2,000 or something. It's not that
everything
many.
seemed to be for sale. And
Why?
bosses in both parties
Why you little mumble rapping?
that it stayed that way.
Hey, hashtag ViralRabbi.
1877,
How many
Theodore
results?
Roosevelt Sr.
Why is it Google tells you like, oh, there are this many results in this amount of time? And like,
to nominate him as collector of customs
YouTube
as
is
a
like,
symbol of his commitment to civil service reform. But in the
I
end,
think we got
the old
something.
corrupt machine crushed his nomination.
Yo, dog.
He said he was relieved. To purify our
That's really
customs
good.
would have been a terrible undertaking
Yeah, so that's
until
good.
his son.
So that
But
good.
he did feel sorry for the country, as
Yeah,
it
you're
shows
done,
the
you're
power of partisan politicians
Pretty
who
good.
think of nothing higher than their
Yeah.
own
How many
interests.
fucking things is it? It's like, oh,
Cannot stand so
oh,
much government
oh, dog.
any great
Oh, I'm
length of
sorry.
time.
I'm sorry. Anytime,
After
today,
his
this week,
appointment fell through,
this month, this year.
Theodore
What about like
Roosevelt
5 years
Sr.
ago?
collapsed. On February 9th, 1878,
Did you fucking hear this guy?
of cancer of the bowel. His eldest son arrived from London too
Hey,
late to say
hey.
goodbye. Theodore was shattered.
I gotta get this guy's name, and I don't want to make it really
sometimes
basic.
I realize my loss.
Like,
As if I should go wild.
I know it's not.
It's everything to me. I have lost the only human being to
I fucking.
everything.
Hey, Sundar. Hey, Sundar. Sundar. Guess what? Your wife is ugly. Really? Yeah. Why? Because you guys used to have this thing called Picasso at Google. Many hot chicks. I've seen way more hot chicks in life than you have. I don't know what your wife looks like. I know her name is Angela or something. And I know that she doesn't like you. And you suck. And I'm calling you out. You're a loser. I've seen you now multiple times look like a total loser in front of the world. And your school is big school. It becomes huge. I love your school. But you haven't done shit for them. What is it? It's Mumbai Institute of Technology, Indian Institute of Technology in Mumbai. Everybody wants to know your fucking salary and shit, and that's cool. Like, you look like a douche. Why?
He found there what he would always find in wildness.
Because your actions, it just makes you look like a douche. Alright. So, your signature socks? Angeli. Oh my god, I got it right. Yes. So she's not that hot. And she's gonna be like, what the fuck? He's like that. I'm like, lady, I don't know what you look like. But I'm just telling you, your husband, it would be like me saying this. Hey, I have this couple. This one motherfucker lived in a fucking cave. And he picked this chick. So he didn't ever see any other, like, super hot chicks.
He boasted to his sister Bammy, and only
like, I know your name. That's how many times I've had this fucking conversation with this Sundar motherfucker. So if you're like, oh, this is the first time, fuck that. Fuck your idealism. What I'm trying to say is that he had a really good piece of software, Google did, and they got rid of it. And it had all kinds of cool people on it. It was like Google Pictures, but and it would be like, he could have seen a lot. Yeah, he looked like a douchebag in front of Congress, and now he looks like a douchebag in front of the world. And why is he looking? Oh, he just laid off like 10,000 people, and he used the fucking like an algorithm bot to write the letter. Really? Yeah, and everybody knows it sucks. Really? Yeah. His signature sucks. His picture on Wikipedia sucks. It's not that bad, but why does he suck so much? Oh, dude, his software sucks. But anyway, I was making fun of him because and he doesn't even run YouTube. That's that stupid Logistics. So she sucks dick. Nickname it, whatever. She sucks, but her boss is this motherfucker, and his boss is the board. And I'm going to be on the fucking board there. And when I get there, I'm going to put my fucking feet up, and I'm going to be like, all right, motherfuckers, I'm going to light cigars, and I'm going to be like, you're gone. You're fired. I'm going to fucking fire him from fucking, you're fired. I'm going to fire him from fucking Jam. I'm gonna sit there like a motherfucker. I'm like, all right, bitches, it's up. This is what's up. Why? Because this motherfucker doesn't know how to put filters. Like, my friend she gets credit for filters. Kids, this is what we have for filters. I type something into this fucking search engine, and it just brings up whatever it wants. It brings up some accounts. It brings up some videos. It just brings up whatever it wants. So it's like, okay, let's like search filters. So we have search filters. Well, it's more than what we had before, truthfully. Really? Yeah, because then the other thing, what the fuck? Oh, okay, so on your app you have more filters than on the website. I don't know. Why? Because I'd be like, still, it sucks. Really? Oh, fuck yeah, man. Hey, dude, I just posted something. Do you have a now? Oh, no, it's like within the last hour. Okay, but I just posted it. Or it's live. You have live, but that's not like a very good one. But yeah, your shit sucks. Okay, so why? Okay, dude, your fucking shit sucks so much shit. Where's your search bar? Okay, here, fine. All right, I'm gonna do the thing again. Okay, viral. Okay, cool. I type this. Now it gives me all this random shit. Search filters.
There was
Okay.
another marriage in the extended
Relevance,
Roosevelt
upload date, view count,
family.
rating.
56
You want anything else?
James Roosevelt belonged to the Hudson River
Yeah.
Branch. His
Length.
summer home was
Fuck.
Springwood,
I mean, I think you can do that down to duration. Okay.
high above the
So,
river's eastern shore.
live. Wait,
near
here,
the
here.
village of Hyde
Anytime, last hour, today, this week, this month, this year. Mine about 2 years ago. Why can't I filter? Why can't I move like a fucking thing and be like, no, I want to only do this part? He's like, oh no, that exists. I've just done on other fuckers' websites. I'm like, yeah, I know, and that's why I know your wife is ugly. Because you don't work that hard on shit. You watch how fucking hot my wife's gonna be if this all comes together. It's like, oh, dude, she's blowing fucking minds, man. Because I have foresight. I'm like, dude,
He was an Episcopalian.
I'm gonna like take a look at all the evidence, then I'm gonna pick the best. You, on the other hand, is over here like, oh, dog, let's just grab this stuff, and then, oh, dude, they have other stuff too. No, I don't know. Hey, do you know where my phone is? Hey, if I have a Google phone, do you know where it is in the world? Well, not by default. It's I can neither confirm nor deny that information. You dumb shit. Nobody's gonna put a gun. You're not gonna put you in jail for that fucking answer. It just shows you don't know anything about American law. You could have said I plead the fifth. You could have said that. But you could have said I can neither confirm nor deny that information. Okay.
Then invited him to dinner.
And they're gonna be like, well, that's really, and just keep saying that. And just keep saying, anyway, you suck. Your wife's ugly. You have to stick it in her a few times. Make up assholes. Hey, how about duration? Any under 4 minutes? Why 4 minutes? Why not 1 minute? Why not be able to change it? It is like 4 minutes, 4 to 20 minutes. What's the standard television show in the world? 30 minutes. Oh, okay. So let's just make it 4 to 20, and then over 20. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. If I click live, and if this motherfucking thing doesn't show 85 pictures of me, I'm gonna be pissed off. And I'm sure it will because I've done it before. I know that it does to some extent. When I search my name, this is how it should show. This is new content, you fucking dumbass. This is what should show. Should be your live. Oh, because this is like new shit going on. Instead, you guys are like, oh no, you want to see fucking Baby Shark from 6 fucking years.
Seriously, entirely in love. She was. Married on October 7th, 1888.
And I hate it.
Just 6
Do you?
months after they met.
I want to do that game where you slap a motherfucker as hard as you fucking can in the face. I want to do that with them.
On January 30th, 1882, at Springwood, they had a son. Sarah and her baby very nearly did not make it.
Dude, PewDiePie, you're such a loser.
Labor had stretched
Your
on
shit,
more than
this
24
fucking Amy's
hours.
Baking Company was a
Sarah
thing,
given too much
I don't know,
blood.
10 years ago, and now you're still putting this fucking woman through shit?
Had to breathe life into her
Your
boy.
shit. Your content sucks. I've never seen anything that you've done that's cool. I think you're just overinflated Norwegian douche. This would be a big fucking school. Indian Institute of Technology.
He was named
IIT
Franklin
would be
Delano
huge.
Roosevelt.
So would be Mumbai Institute. But this would be the big one. Indian Institute of Technology. I don't know what this Karakor thing is, but this school is great, but their most famous fucking alumnus sucks, and they all know it, and he hasn't done anything for them, and I don't like him. Everything about him sucks.
And he walked back to the fashion that was the style with the young men of the day. Who's the dude? I asked another.
So now I'm starting to build a fucking family tree in my head. Like before, I would be like, all right, all I used to know was that Eleanor Roosevelt and Franklin Roosevelt were married, and they were cousins, and that was in American public, that was like still to this day. But they're fifth cousins. It's like
The youngest man ever elected to the assembly.
they shared the same last name.
He was just 23 years old.
That's,
Albany had never seen anyone quite like him.
I mean, maybe that
He had
becomes more
dropped
common.
plans to become a scientist while still at Harvard.
I would have just been like, dude, go on a date with someone else. Spread out. Oh, I found the nicest girl at a fucking family reunion, dog.
By deciding to try his hand at Republican politics.
I'd be like, motherfucker, go to Miami,
Politics in either
go to
party
Chicago
was
even,
no place
get your
for
kicks off in Detroit, whatever the fuck you want to do, dude, anything but your cousin. But it's like the fifth cousin. I'd be like, if you can count it, this has to be something where it's like, 70 years later, it's like, oh, dude, no way, your family enslaved our family. No, that's how it's gonna be. You get me? Like, no, man, we were just passing each other in the hallway after Thanksgiving, and it was like, oh man, fuck.
He took to the floor again.
Oh yeah, damn. Teddy Roosevelt's son, Kermit Roosevelt, died by suicide to the head. No one talks about that. He had all kinds of shit. Did you like him?
And denouncing Jay Gould, the powerful Wall Street manipulator, for offering.
We'll bring him back.
When the courts overturned his bill meant to relieve the terrible conditions under which tenement dwellers were forced to manufacture
I mean, was it World
cigars,
War
he
II?
angrily denounced the judiciary.
It was this case which first
Damn, he killed himself? Wow.
His
cousin was awesome.
I don't know how you have the time to do all this stuff, but one of the things that you have in here too.
Always he would seek a middle course between change and stability. He had a deep fear of what he called the mob. These opposed him were by definition self-interested.
I like this. Well, right before he shot himself,
The average Democratic
allegedly, because I honestly don't think he did. If I hear that you killed yourself, I automatically think he was killed by, it's set up by his fucking, if his fucking cousin is the president and his presidential cousin thinks he's nuts, I could just see that being an easy one. Just say it's suicide. That'd be, I'm a president, they're not gonna fuck with me.
Democratic newspapers lampooned him as his lordship and Jane Dandy.
Anyway.
And independence. But all the newspapers loved him for the colorful copy he provided. He was reelected twice, served a
This
term as
motherfucker
minority
boil,
leader, and made himself
he
the
set
best
up,
man
I don't know if it's even in here, like, the fucking Middle East oil for like a century. And then he shot himself?
February 6th,
Yeah,
1884. Darling, my friend, how I did hate to leave.
So it's like, oh, dog,
Yesterday afternoon.
you were born in Oyster Bay.
I love you and long for you all the time.
I wonder how they would do it if you actually were born in Oyster Bay. Like in the water. Water birth. Okay. Seawater birth. I wonder if seawater birth used to be the norm.
Alice Roosevelt was 9 months pregnant.
I bet a lot of
under
people
the care of her mother-in-law in New York.
seawater birth. Let's see if that's a thing.
Theodore was in
Seawater
Albany,
birth.
battling for a measure to
I'm
reform
sure
New
like,
York City
people on an
Church,
island be like, don't get
and
that
delighted that the
fucking
newspapers were calling
afterbirth
the
all over the
Roosevelt
fucking island. Put that shit out in the fucking water.
He was in the chamber on
Seawater
the morning
birth.
of February 13th.
Looks like the tide at Omaha Beach.
His wife had given
Woman gives birth
to
in
a
the
healthy
Red Sea.
girl.
Here's why you shouldn't do it.
She would be named for her mother, Alice. His fellow assemblyman crowded
Waterbury
around to
is
offer
medically
congratulations. He was full of life and happiness.
Experts explain whether water births would happen. Birthing
Then a second telegram.
No. I want to do one at a float tank.
Rushed to the railroad
I
station.
want to do one at a
Followed
float
shrouded in tracks.
Joe
More
Rogan's
than
gonna have
5
Joe
endless
Rogan, if
hours
he ever
to
has a
reach
son,
New York.
someday he might, you never know,
He did
with
not
like
get to
futuristic
6 West
technology and stuff.
57th
And I want him to. Joe Rogan, I want you to have a son. Nobody else is like, I want Joe
His
Rogan.
brother
So,
Elliot.
I do. That's how you know I'm your best friend.
He was
I don't give a shit. Anyway, but no, I mean, like nobody else is out there being like, I think you're a cool person. I
And
think.
Alice is dying too.
So,
Teddy
anyway,
Roosevelt
really?
had typhoid fever.
Perhaps. So maybe we use technology in the future to get that shit done.
Weakened by childbirth and
That
suffering
kid's gonna
from
be born in a
Bright's
float tank.
disease,
Really?
kidney failure.
He's got to have one of those fucking balls
Theodore
in there.
went back
Goes
and
all kinds
forth
of crazy
between their
colors.
bedsides.
Really? He's like, you been in a float
His
tank?
mother died at 3 o'clock in the
Really?
morning of February.
If you go to,
14th.
I mean, Joe Rogan really like
His
created the
wife
float
Alice
tank.
died at 2 o'clock that afternoon.
Yep. There's no doubt about that one. Why? If you go to any float tank place, sometimes they put on there, how did you hear about floating? And they put Joe Rogan. And I mean, when I went, they asked me how I knew. They had all kinds of athletes right there. I forget who, but they were like really big. Really, yeah.
Soldiered on. Roosevelt
And then what?
Swallow
Is it cool?
But that was
Yeah,
below.
it is. I liked it.
So
I was gonna fuck this chick right afterwards, which I did. Really? Yeah. Raw dog this bitch up in fucking Irvine. Really? Yeah. It was an interesting situation.
Theodore Roosevelt
Anyway.
was among the many other
So I had my mind on that while I'm floating the whole time. I'm just like, man, I'm gonna fuck this. And anyway, so I had that on my mind. So I wasn't like all like, I wasn't like all zenned out. I was very, very focused on like, dude, this thing needs to end so I can fuck this chick. Really? Yeah.
He was back at work within 3 days of the funeral.
I had a good conversation with a friend.
Favorite
Gonna
father
probably
brother
come out.
Alice to his
Like,
aunt
yeah.
of the house in which his wife and mother had died up for
Anyway.
sale.
Are you done?
Handed his newborn daughter off to his sister.
Well, I guess you can birth in the
raised
ocean.
as if she were a home, and hurried back to Normandy.
From that time on, there was a sadness about his face.
What's the largest comeback in NFL games? What is the largest one ever?
He did not want anybody to sympathize with him.
33 points. Minnesota Vikings. That happened last year. And the Colts. Colts led 33-0. Vikings won 39-36. So the current NFL record, Minnesota gave up return touchdown. What was it previously? It was 32. It's not 36, it was 32. The Wildcat, Houston Royals. Rich Stadium. Wait, Rich Stadium, Orchard Park, New York? Where the fuck is Orchard Park, New York? Buffalo?
It was devastating for his daughter, Alice.
It's an outer ring suburb.
That somehow she was responsible for that.
Buffalo. Very, 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 very
He
true.
hurled himself
Is it
back
not
into
that
committee
nice?
work,
But it could be
reporting
someday.
out as many as
Really?
21
Yeah. Why?
bills on a single day.
Orchard Park.
If he
Because
weren't
you gotta
working
make
so
less
hard,
chicken
he
every night.
admitted to a friend, I think
Alright. Not to say it's not. Dude, who's from fucking New York? Katie DeRusso. DeRusso's on fire. We don't need no water. Let the mother burn. DeRusso. What about her? From where is she? That'd be fine. I only know what she's from New York. The fact that I know that DeRusso's from New York makes me kick ass. I already kicked ass. DeRusso tell you. Yeah. Nobody else rocked the team as I did. Really? Fuck yeah, motherfuckers. Are you done? The roost. Dude. Just the Jaguars. Jay, I saw it. Tia. That'd be a good song. What's the lowest scoring NFL game ever? 3-2? 3-0? Probably 3-0. 2-0, Murray? 3-0, Murray.
You can't understand Roosevelt without understanding that black hair rarely sits behind a rider.
2-0.
Faster.
Damn. Wait. Post merger is 3-0.
He rushed through life. He
It's
was like
3-0.
a 6-year-old child on steroids. Just
Do you remember what's the lowest scoring game you've ever seen? I don't know.
the course of his life. He did it partly because this was the
Probably.
persona that he crafted.
They score a lot of points in
In
comparison.
part two,
I think I've seen like 14-7
slow
games.
down.
Really? 10-7 maybe is the best I've ever seen.
In the summer of
Really?
1884, the Badlands became a refuge.
Yeah, some NFL game back in the day. Team won 10-7. That'd be a very common score back in the day.
Didn't go west.
What day was it? It was like a Thursday, I think.
Went west.
Anyway.
When their life changes
There's an
right
elite
in front of them.
upper crust aspect of this.
Are you
Began
done?
hunting buffalo and ranching on the Little Missouri River in
Oh,
North
there's a fun.
Dakota
There's a
for
fun
years.
Yoshi week. Oh, then we learned all
It had been
about
an investment.
numbers.
He would eventually sink half his fortune into it. Ranching, he believed, was the pleasantest and healthiest and most exciting phase of American existence. Roosevelt was not alone. Hundreds of Easterners were flocking to the plains that summer, eager to cash in.
Why is it called? There's something about this. Why is it called Soldier?
I now look like a regular cowboy dandy.
I know after what is
with all my equipment finished in the most expensive style. He designed his own fringed buckskin costume. Tiffany's supplied his silver-mounted Bowie knife.
Why is it
He was
called
an
Soldier?
exotic presence at first. Once overheard urging his cowboys to hasten forward quickly there.
Okay. But Soldier, but it's gonna say on here sometimes called. Why is it? It's just Soldier Field.
But then after a while, when he rode the bucking horse, or when he
It looks strange. Soldier Field looks super strange.
Theodore's all right.
Oh my God! Stop this fucking sign and shit, dog.
Cowboys called
Like
him
Sundar, Sundar, Punji,
When one
that kind of shit. It's like I don't need a fucking thing this big.
Roosevelt knocked him senseless. He eventually won everyone's respect, helping to build a new ranch house called Elkhorn with his own.
Why are you saying soldiers? Some people call it that. Weird people in Chicago call it what? Illinois? I mean, it's like this is pasteurization.
Marching them 45 miles
Des
to the
Plaines,
nearest sheriff's office, after carefully staging the capture again for his own box camera.
Des Plaines.
And he spent weeks on the hunting trail,
Des Plaines.
shooting 170 birds and animals on one camping trip through the Bighorns, including a grizzly bear killed at 20 paces, Roosevelt reported, with a bullet placed so exactly between his eyes as if I had measured the distance with a carpenter's rule.
Dearest Ben, I had plans for with the elk.
Soldier Field. How to pronounce
Soldier Field. Other sports tame.
Look, how to pronounce Chicky
I have
Chicago.
enough excitement
She
to
ain't like a
take
local. I might not even know how to do this. Why? Oh, man, my relationship within the city limits of Chicago. It's one of those unique relationships I may have with any city ever. It's just a flat of land. It's like, oh no, it's a fucking culture, kids.